also falling apart.
All the bombs going off. You barely have time to meet it.
It could be worse, I think.
If you get a cut out here, you'd better bandage it up. You can get an infection just from a scratch.
How do you think I used to run the 100 metres?
Where are the Americans? Where are the Russians?
Sally and my favourite tree. We used to sneak out at night and smoke and talk about who we were going to be when we grew up. I wanted to study engineering, and her plan was to be a princess of Mars. Save a bit for the next minute. I think this is the fountain Sally and I put the fish in. We were witty in those days. I feel awful. I need an Nexamide, or failing that, some tea to make me throw up. Who needs a chest in the middle of nowhere? Witches, apparently. They seem to put their sacrifices here.
Where are the Americans? Where are the Russians?
It's all falling apart. The centre cannot hold.
The mark of Cain was to protect him.
Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell.
Mum, Dad, I've come home. Well, don't you worry, dearie. Everything will be all right from now on. You sit down and have a cup of tea. I'll just go and make up your bed.
Rubbish at hide and seek, aren't you?
Now, you two bloody listen to me, alright? One fine day, the seaboys come running into the regimental HQ, saying there's an elephant broke loose. Now, elephants is very gentle creatures most of the time, and they get along just fine with their man who rides them. He's called a mahout. But when they're in heat, you have to chain them up. And this one ain't got loose. And there's my movement chasing off in exactly the wrong direction. And the elephant runs into the market and starts eating peaches. And the coolie tries to stop him. And the elephant steps on him softly, smashes him right into the mud, and skin comes off his back like he was peeling fruit. So the seaboys come running up to this general. Only then he was a major, and say, "You must come shoot this elephant." So he takes his hunting rifle, it's a 5x5 and he goes down to the market. Only now the elephant isn't in the market anymore. Field eating leaves. It's harvest never mind. So there's no cause to shoot it. But now the moon's come back and he's screaming and...
You can't go on it.
They said I could.
Well, of course the Germans said you could go on it. I'm saying you can't.
I've never been on a battleship.
But that's not the point. We hate the Germans, and that battleship is part of the reason the Germans are our lords and masters right now. Do you remember when they came over in all the little boats?
Do you mean in 1942 or in 1943?
Do you want people to spit on Mum when she goes to the market?
She doesn't go to the market. Since 1945.
But look, this is just one of those things. I can't explain every single detail of everything to you.
Are you mad at me?
I'm not.
You're not?
I mean, yes, I am mad. I was mad, but now I'm not. Look, please don't go on the Bismarck. It will get you into trouble, which means I'll then be in trouble.
Alright.
You won't go?
I couldn't go without you, anyway.
For once, that's a relief.
Please don't shoot my elephant. You see, he's grown up with that elephant his whole life. And he don't know how to do any other job except sit on that elephant and tell it to pick up a log and carry it over there. But the elephant hated life of a man, you see. A coolie, but a man. No fucking civilians! Yeah, I have to kill you now.
Christ, I better not let anyone see me out of uniform.
Attention all personnel.
Do you ever wonder why the Germans didn't take their tanks with them when they left?
I've made a map. There's a hole in the fence, inside the dump. You just have to get in here, get the key, and cut the power. Then, sneak out into the darkness while I rob them blind. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
How do I cut the power?
The General keeps the keys in his desk.
Do you want me to break into the General's office?
Any way you can scotch the power is fine by me, lad. I'll meet you back at the train station.
What if they spot me?
I'd run. They don't have a lot of ammunition, but they're terribly handy with their bayonets.
That's your plan B? Run?
Well, you could ask them for some of their famous hot buttered crumpets, but I wouldn't recommend it. They can't run very fast. They're all old farts, like me.
Right, Ollie, let's see that map you made. Ollie's sleeping potion for those chaps on the bridge. Ollie said there was a hole in the fence in the dump. That sounds much safer than walking in by the front gate.
If anyone finds Private Elston's compass, please return it at once. He's not the man who wakes you up in the morning. He is a musician in the band.
Where'd he go?
Oh, Jesus. I think I'm £5 lighter. Well, back to it.
If it moves, salute it. If it don't move, put it away. If you can't move it, put camo netting on it. I like marching.
Just relax. Don't question it. Run with all this stuff. You better throw something away before something starts chasing you.
Arthur! Arthur? You get down from that tree before I chop it down.
Do you know why they're registering us?
The Germans love their lists, that's all.
They're taking us away on a train to Germany. You know about it, don't you?
Who told you that? It's ridiculous.
Oh, you all know about it, just not the kids.
Look, they've got cows there. It's not going to be powdered milk. They might even have chocolate.
Oh, chocolate makes it all better.
They've got tanks, Arthur. Or haven't you noticed? How are we supposed to argue with tanks?
I don't want to go to Germany.
It's only for a little while, I think.
I don't want to be a hostage.
Calm down. Let's have some tea.
Oh, all right, I'll come down. I think I might be stuck, actually.
Don't bang at them. The less blood, the better. Well, clean it again. Now's the time to endure, as they say. So, the sergeant says, I didn't see you at camouflage training, so I says, thanks.
Who goes there? Who's there? What's that? Who goes there? What's that? Who's there? Who goes there? Who's there? What's that?
All right, here goes. Papier-mâché. We took all the kids to the train station. We sent them off to Germany because of papier-mâché.
Attention all personnel. Patrols should be particularly careful in the forest. More than the usual number of plague victims have been spotted there recently.
We passed this way but once, huh?
Who's there? What's that?
Who goes there?
Attention all personnel. If you find any plague mushrooms inside the camp, please notify Corporal Ramsbottom so they can be eradicated safely. Attention all personnel. The Merry Band players are looking for a replacement for the role of Kate in The Taming of the Shrew. If you are theatrically inclined, please talk to Sergeant Oldcastle when he's not on the bridge.
The wife thinks we entertain girls all day long here. Oh, wish we did.
Attention all personnel. The Merryland players are looking for a replacement for the role of Kate in The Taming of the Shrew. If you are theatrically inclined, please talk to Sergeant Oldcastle when he's not on the bridge.
Fresh socks. That's his answer to everything. Bloody fresh socks. We passed this way but once, huh?
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movie will be King Arthur Was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald Shiner and Arthur Askey. Don't miss this uproarious comedy.
It's better this way.
Hit the alarm! We've got a man down!
It's nothing personal.
Attention all personnel. The intruder should be captured alive if possible. It is not necessary to capture him unharmed.
I can't go, Percy. I feel terrible. I keep wanting to throw up, but I never quite can.
But we're supposed to tell the scouts about the plants across the river.
Actually, you're supposed to tell the scouts while I nod sagely.
I can't hear you.
You're not sick, Percy. Just go and tell the scouts about the plants.
I can't talk to them.
Do you think they're going to be nasty to you without me?
No.
Well, I'm vomiting.
I want to make my brother some tea.
Are you going to just not show up? Alright, look. I'll phone them. Just remember to turn the flame off this time. Alright?
Just pretend it is beef.
Attention all personnel. Any soldier interested in planning next year's Victory Garden should talk to Corporal Elstree at mess.
So the sergeant says, I didn't see.
Attention all personnel. There is an intruder in the camp. All personnel, report to your counter-infiltration stations. This is not a drill.
Guard duty again.
Leave that alone, would you? What's that?
Righto, sir. Day for it, sir. Day, sir. Infiltrator. We got a live one, boys.
Bobby said the key was in General Bing's office.
Save mushrooms inside the camp. Please notify personnel around the bottom so they can be eradicated safely.
Well, that one got away. Slippery devils, these cherries.
Attention all personnel. Patrols should be particularly careful in the forest. More than the usual number of plague victims have been spotted there recently.
Stop cracking your damn knuckles.
Attention all personnel. Some of the latrines are in the process of being moved from the old holes to brand new holes. If you see a latrine...
Jerry's in the house! Smoke him out!
Make sure it is actually over.
It started! Hey! They're here! They're back! Go back to Germany, you son! Back for more punishment! For England and St. George!
Attention all personnel.
Watch out!
Find private elders. Trusted, please return at once. Like the man, rubbing the morning.
We beat you once, we'll beat you again!
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movies will be...
There's something behind this bookcase, isn't there? I feel positive there's something that could open this.
finest victories. Don't miss it. are looking for a replacement for the role of Kate in The Taming of the Shrew. If you are theatrically inclined, please talk to Sergeant Oldcastle when he's not on the bridge. Attention all personnel. If you find any plague mushrooms inside the...
Piano music, eh? Maybe I should have a read and play it.
So they can be eradicated safely.
Well, I like clever clogs. A hatch. If it leads underground like the others, I can use it to get out of here once I'm done.
Attention all personnel. It is time to paint the tacks again. If your feet are sore from marching all day, take a break and join the painters next Monday. Any volunteers will be excused from marching.
Coex? Bullshit! Some sort of fungus, wasn't it?
Attention all personnel. Tonight's movie will be King Arthur Was a Gentleman, starring the hilarious Ronald Shiner and Arthur Rasky. Don't miss this uproarious comedy. Attention all personnel. Soldiers found drunk on duty will be given 30 days in the brig. Soldiers found trafficking in contraband will be court-martialed and dishonorably discharged from the Home Army. Attention all personnel. If anyone finds Private Elston's trumpet, please return it at once. He's not the man who wakes you up in the morning. He is a musician in the band. Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two as boiling may break it down.
You're not a bloody mule. Pick what you can carry easily.
Attention all personnel, if you find any plague mushrooms inside the camp, please notify Corporal Ramsbottom so they can be eradicated safely.
Drop some stuff, Arthur, or it's going to be tediously slow going.
Attention all personnel, the cook has lost his wedding ring. If you find it in your food, please return it to the kitchen. Thank you.
He's absolutely not in his desk. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Attention all personnel, to allow time to prepare the mannequin, bayonet practice has been rescheduled for 0900 hours tomorrow morning. Attention all personnel, tonight's movies will be Hellcats at Ramsgate. This stirring war movie shows one of Britain's finest victories. Don't miss it. Attention all personnel, please remember to boil all water this week. There have been some issues with the pipes. You may want to take an extra joy or two, as boiling may break it down. Attention all personnel, if you find any plague mushrooms inside the camp, please notify Corporal Ramsbottom so they can be eradicated safely. Attention all personnel. Soldiers found drunk on duty will be given 30 days in the brig. Soldiers found trafficking in contraband will be court-martialed and dishonorably discharged from the Home Army. Attention! One or more infiltrators have been spotted inside the camp. If you don't recognize a soldier, grab and hold him until his sergeant can vouch for him. If he runs, kill him.
If it moves, salute it. If it don't move,
Attention
put
all
it away.
personnel.
If you can't
To
move
allow
it...
time to repair the mannequins, bayonet practice has been rescheduled for 0900 hours tomorrow morning.
Who goes there?
Who's there? What's that?
Attention all personnel. If you find any plague mushrooms inside the camp, please notify Corporal Ramsbottom so they can be eradicated safely. Attention all personnel. The intruder should be captured alive if possible. It is not necessary to capture him unharmed. Attention all personnel. Any soldier interested in planning next year's Victory Garden should talk to Corporal Elstree at mess.
Alright, here goes.
Attention!
Oh, for fuck's sake, Ollie. He knew it was alarmed, didn't he? I bet he bloody knew! How do I get out of here? I'm not going to be able to jump over the fence from this side. I've got to get back to the general secret hatch. That's my way out.
It's finally stuck! Go back to Germany, you swine!
It's started! It's finally started! For England!
Right
and
bastard!
St. George!
They're here! They're back! Grenade! back for more punishment?
Papier-mâché tanks. Newspaper and fucking glue. Right. Now, if I can make it back to Ollie alive, he'll help me get out of town. Assuming that wasn't another lie, that won't be an awkward conversation at all, will it?
Guard duty. There's a mole.
To try and call the ram's bottom so they can be eradicated safely.
Oh! Shit!
At least we could have made them take them. At least we could.
Before we begin, please listen to a personal message for our prudent friend. The fox is in the henhouse. The fox is in the henhouse.
Who's our prudent friend?
Beef Wellington. Wellington pie.
Mind the side effects.
Mind the side effects. Oh, there's a big one we don't mention, isn't there?
Am I my brother's keeper?
That's Mrs. Marley. She used to live down the road. I wonder if she's got anything useful. Oh, bollocks. I've become a ghoul. Been a while, hasn't it?
Well, well. There's more of us every day.
Nothing much to fuss about, I guess.
How are you holding up?
Stay away from the ones with plague. It's a terrible way to die.
I guess there's nothing we can do for him now.
There's the one who done it!
Leave my friend alone! Your feet! Meat!
Rubbish hiding,
She must have found...
Everyone is talking about the shocking thing that happened yesterday. You know what I'm talking about. I have it on good authority that it was not at all what you might have thought it was. And in any event, the responsible parties are taking steps to make sure it never happens again. In the meantime, keep calm and carry on. Don't forget to take your joy. And the weather report is rain, rain, go away, come back again some other day. Remember, gentlemen,
I don't have to wear that idiotic mask anymore.
There's the one what done it! Oh, great. Now I've got a rock.
Sure! Please don't hurt me!
I can probably come in the way I got out, in the back of the station.
Young Artie! Come on up! That's a fair bit of Christmas there, isn't it?
Did you know the power switch was alarmed?
They're all quite mad, you know. Sometimes I think they want the Germans to come back.
Did you know the power switch was alarmed?
It's a shame of it, you see. They want another go.
You bloody knew!
How would I have known that? For fuck's sake, Artie, times are hard, but you and I go back a ways.
The tanks were hollow, Ollie.
What's that?
It's tank armour. The tanks, they're made of papier-mâché. We could have fought them if they didn't really have tanks.
No.
We wouldn't have given them Percy and the others.
Risen up.
I wouldn't have had to lie my way off that train. Oh my God. I lied my way off that train. I wasn't too old to go.
You don't forget a thing like that.
Didn't you hear me? I convinced the Germans they had my birthday wrong. If it was only me, I'd just take my happy pills and sleep through the end of the world. But I promised. I promised Percy I'd keep him safe while we were in Germany. You promised to help me get to the bridge.
The one in the parade on Apple Home? How would you even get to it? You can't even go to Maidenholm. They shut that bridge down last week. No. You're right. You're always right. Ever seen one of these?
What does it do?
Haven't the foggiest. But supposing you took this to the bridge to Maidenholm, and supposing you told the bobbies you were there to fix the bridge works, it might enhance your credibility.
And from Maidenholm, I can get to Appleholm.
And Appleholm has the only bridge out of Wellington Wells. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Well then, see you on the other side.
I'd rather doubt that. Adieu, Artie. Good luck.
I wish I kept in shape. Oof. Pace yourself, Arthur. I'm getting old.
Lovely day for it. Unfortunately, the bridge is not open at this time. It was working just a minute ago, but the door is broken again. You'll have to wait until it's up again.
Do you ever let anybody in?
Oh, yes. There's someone in there now.
And in the past month?
Hell, in the past month. Ah! There's a chap in there right now.
You don't really want anyone back from the Garden District, do you?
Hell, my wastrel friend. No one goes off their joy can actually take joy. I mean, would you? Everybody feels better if that door stays broken. You, us, everybody.
Well, Constable Wright, I suppose now I can tell Central why the bridge keeps breaking down.
Central?
Ever seen one of these?
Oh, bugger me. You're not some sort of undercover bridge inspector?
This device detects structural irregularities using shortwave radar. But I don't think it will show me the real problem. Will it, Constable Wright?
Look, sir, you can fix that door, but them wastrels still ain't gonna take their joy. It makes them see eyes everywhere.
That's not for you to decide, is it?
No, sir. The maintenance hatch is that way, sir. I'd be grateful if you forgot this conversation ever happened.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Oh, bugger. If I really was from Central, I'd have the card, wouldn't I? There is another way, though, isn't there?
Please take a number and sit down.
There's nobody else here.
Please take a number and sit down.
Just resting my feet.
Number 2. Now serving number 2. Welcome to the Rehabilitation Centre.
Actually, I'm just a sort of undercover bridge inspector from Central. See this device? It detects structural...
Then you should have no trouble passing the test, should you? Please head through the door there and begin your rehabilitation.
deposit your personal belongings into this box, retaining only your clothes. Please continue to the decontamination room. Please discard your clothes. Don't worry, you will be provided with new, proper clothes after decontamination.
Now, if I was Percy, I'd just go promenading about, wondering why everyone was staring. He never did quite grasp what's so important about wearing clothes. Wind us still and wind God to make thee mighty, make thee mightier yet. God to make thee mighty, make thee mightier yet.
Congratulations, you have been decontaminated. Please proceed to the next room and obtain fresh, new, proper, clean clothes.
I hope she's not watching and judging.
Don't you look wonderful? Please proceed to the next room. In case there is any residual odor of the garden district on you, please enjoy this refreshing scent of country flowers.
Is that licorice? Why licorice?
Get ready for the most important moment in your rehabilitation. Please take your favorite flavor of joy: vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry.
I must insist that you not traverse the beams of the joy detector without taking your joy, sir.
Oh, damn it! They were serious about taking my joy, weren't they? Don't
Right
you
as
look
rain,
well?
sir, right as rain.
Lovely day for it.
Lovely day for it.
Please head into the theatre and take a seat. Excellent. Sit tight and enjoy the show.
And now it's time for the Uncle Jack Etiquette Minute. You may be wondering, how can I fit in better in Hamlin Village? Well, it's easy. To get along, go along. If someone tells you it's a lovely day, agree with them. Because of course, it's always a lovely day in Hamlin Village, so don't be afraid of talking to people first. They'll appreciate it. Now, I'm assuming, of course, that you're decently dressed. Clothes make the man, eh? Indeed, naked people have almost no influence at all in society. And don't dress in rags either, or people might think you're a wastrel. Now, what should you do if people are staring at you? Maybe they're asking you if you remember to take your joy. Who cares? Just pop another, and they'll congratulate you and go on about their day. And if things seem to be getting a bit hectic, remember, you can always sit on a bench, relax, and open the Hamlin au Courant. Take a load off. No one will bother you when you're sitting on a bench. Unless you've made them very angry. Well, or, I don't know, watch Jack Worthing on television. I hear he's very good. Well, I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Tune in tomorrow for another Etiquette Minute with Jack Worthing. That's me.
Isn't Uncle Jack wonderful? Now, please proceed to the 3rd floor, where you will be tested on what you've just relearned.
Just a friendly reminder. Uncle Jack don't mention it, but a word to the wise. Proper decent people don't like people what is running, jumping, crouching, spying, sneaking, breaking or entering. Such like behaviours is what we associate with downers. Avoid them and we shan't have disagreements.
Welcome. It's time to play Oh Behave, the game where you show that you're ready to come back to Hamlin Village and behave like a proper, decent citizen.
Oh, for heaven's sake, they can't be serious.
Are you ready to behave? Now, our 5 guest questioners are going to ask you 1 question each. All you have to do is show us that you understand how to behave yourself in Wellington, Wales. Mr. Cashier, what question do you have for our prodigal son or daughter?
Lionel Cashier. Glad he's still around.
If you want to fit in, you should. A. Say hello to everyone you meet, like how you do. B. Visit people's houses, whether they're there or not. C. The eyes! The eyes!
Oh dear, no. Player 1, that's not the answer we're looking for. Player 2, I'm afraid the eyes was not the right answer. Mrs. Browning, what would you like to know?
If you realise you're wearing rags, should you A. Pop a joy, B. Put on proper clothes for God's sake, and why not pop a joy, C. Why does everything have eyes?
That's right, Player 1. Just popping a joy is not always enough. We do have standards, you know. Player 2, I'm afraid everything does not actually have eyes. Jack Constable, your question?
Right, well, here's my interrogative. If I see you running, jumping about or crouching in the shadows, what will I likely do? A. Tell you to stop your rotten shenanigans before I smash you in the face. B. Run and jump and play myself. C. Oh God, the eyes.
Clear one. That's exactly right. If you need to get somewhere, don't lurk about like a rotten downer, or run like you're fleeing the scene, or jump about. No need to be in a hurry in Hamlin Village. Clear two. Do try to pay attention. We want you to succeed. Mrs. Sackville, your question, please.
If you want to make friends with me, should you A. give me flowers, B. talk about old times, C. stop staring at me, why is everything staring?
Excellent! Yes, do give the ladies a lovely bouquet. They do so love flowers. Oh dear, it looks like the eyes have you both, as they say. How disappointing. Remember, doctors are here to help you. If you've forgotten your joy, doctors will smell it right away, and they'll give you a quick injection to make your day a lovely one. Dr. Byron, what is your question?
What happens when you take too much joy? A. You can't find your own house. B. Who cares? C. Please, God, make them stop staring.
That's right. Clear one. It hardly matters. You might lose a few hours, but sooner or later, you'll find yourself on a bench, no worse for the wear. Oh, clear two. Today is just not your day, is it? But you can always come back for a 7th try. And that concludes this episode of Oh Behave. I hope you made it to the village. If you didn't, remember, we're always happy to give you another shot if you're willing to behave like a decent citizen. Of course we are. Here in Hamlin Village, we're always happy.
Well, that's a relief.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time to play Oh Behave, the game where you show that you're ready to come back to Hamlin Village and behave like a proper, decent citizen.
What the hell? I passed the test. Oh, for heaven's sake, I'm not going to do this again. How do I get out of here?
Are you ready to behave? Now, our 5 guest questioners are going to ask you 1 question each. All you have to do is show us that you understand how to behave yourself in Wellington Wells. Mr. Cashier, what question do you have for our prodigal son or daughter?
If you want to fit in, you should. A. Say hello to everyone you meet, like you do. B. Visit people's houses, whether they're there or not. C. The eyes! The eyes!
Oh dear, no. Player 1, that's not the answer we're looking for. Player 2, I'm afraid the eyes was not the right answer. Mrs. Browning, what would you like to know?
If you realise you're wearing rags, should you A. pop a joy, B. put on proper clothes for God's sake? I want to pop a joy. They don't have eyes.
It's been a hard day's night, that was.
May I express my delight that you passed the examination, sir? We've not had as many as we'd hoped, sir. Not as many at all. And yet, they say the unexamined life is not worth living. Well, sir, welcome back. Oh, and in case your rustication has been of long duration, please bear in mind there is now a nocturnal curfew. Best be indoors after nightfall, sir.
If I want him to bugger off, I bet a nice bottle of scotch would help. Lovely day for it.
Lovely day for it.
Someone came
Couldn't be better, thanks.
Welcome back to civilization.
Constable Rossetti's wife's tank.
So from here, I've got to get to St. George's home and then into the parade. Except that I need a letter of transit to get into the parade, like the one I left on my desk in the parade. How do I get a new one? Wait, the old government printing office was on Maidenholm. Maybe I can break in and steal some blanks. Looks like the old printing office is pretty well buttoned up. I wonder if there's a way in the back.
You know what? Never mind. Next week? Arthur? Arthur Hastings!
Lovely day for it.
Don't you lovely day for it me, you idiot. It's me! Sally! Oh, I knew it was you. I mean, the glasses, the hair, the really adorable jacket. Don't ask me how. You're not that awkward little boy anymore, are you? But the way you walk, it's like the mask isn't even there. I just knew. There's Arthur.
Sally? You look fantastic.
This ancient thing. I've had it 2 weeks. I'm out of my mind with boredom.
Green and white checked. Your dress, the last time I saw you. Running out the door.
Oh, that horrible gingham dress. Oh, God, that takes you back. You're off your joy.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, ye of little fucking faith. I'm not going to turn you in. Whatever possessed you to go off your joy?
Percy.
Oh, God.
I saw a picture of him. I promised I'd look after him in Germany. I have to go and find him.
How are you going to get out? Do you even have a letter of transit?
Absolutely. On my desk, in the city.
Good Christ. Just tell the policeman that. I'm sure they'll wave you right on through.
Yeah, haven't figured that bit out yet.
I'm very close with General Bing.
Of course you are.
No.
You always did have a knack for making helpful new friends.
I mean, I could go see him and ask him to give you a letter of transit.
Don't put the General out on my account. I'm sure you've only so many favours you can ask of him.
My God. You still hate me, don't you?
Yeah, well, I've only been wondering for the past 14 years.
We were 16!
How could you?
Because I liked him. Because he had that adorable beard. I don't know. There isn't a reason for everything. You're the last bloody person who should be off his joy.
I can't believe you are.
Believe me. Take enough stuff. Look, some downer broke into my lab last week, literally tore the bars off the windows, and the ridiculous thing is I forgot to lock the front door. Point is, it's a horrible, terrible world out there. I just don't see you smashing your way into the city without a great deal of help.
Oh no, not me.
I'm living on the King's Road right now.
Of course you are.
I couldn't exactly have stayed there, could I? Like nothing happened.
Look, I'm sorry. This isn't what I meant to... Maybe we could help each other. Maybe I could come by when I'm feeling... better? Brilliant. You arse. How about going to the King's Road, knocking on her door and apologising grievously? And asking nicely for a letter of transit. She knows General Bing.
Damn it, lads, she's scarpered. Oh, but what have we here? A friend of Miss Boyle's, innit? Funny, you don't seem all high and mighty. Perhaps we can express our feelings about Miss Boyle to her friend.
You're really bringing
Huh.
me down, blood!
Charge! Keep calm!
Bloody downer! That's what smiling is a rotten head! Why aren't you happy? You need to be Stop happy! Bringing me down!
Got you! Allow me to cheer you up!
Won't get away!
Oh, my damn you! Get happy!
I won't let you bring me down!
Take your joy! Cheer up!
Now we see the violence inherent in the system.
Now, what's all the scuffle? You've been having an altercation in the alley?
Nothing you need to worry about, Constable. I'll, just be on my way.
And where is it you're on your way to? Precisely.
Just off to see an old friend on St. George.
Oh, well, no need to be in such a hurry. The bridge to St. George is, under renovations.
Oh. For how long?
I hesitate to prognosticate, sir. Dr. Faraday's the only one who knows how to fix the ridiculous contraptions on them bridges. Word has been sent, but we've not had the courtesy of a reply.
Why don't you, I don't know, go to Dr. Faraday's house?
Because Dr. F has removed to a secret location the location which headquarters keeps, secret.
All right. I'll ask your headquarters then.
You some kind of troublemaker. Stay out of city business.
I suppose if I want to go and make up with Sally, I need to get Dr. Faraday to come fix his bridge. So I need to visit police headquarters and find out where he's gone. Not risky at all. It's always a little extra complicated with Sally, isn't it? I think this might be the one Sally and me tried to blow up. I always wonder what happened to the letters. There was an awful lot of smoke.